What's the wildest way someone tried to make money at your school? I knew something was off the second Principal Torres' voice echoed through the intercom. She called both me and Jordan to the office. I glanced at him as whispers started across the cafeteria. When two class presidents get called out during prom season, it is usually a bad sign. We walked through the crowd and slid into the office chairs. Principal Torres sat behind her desk. She pressed her lips together, holding back a smile. She looked at us and said, "We've had some unusual promposals this week." She folded her hands as she spoke. There have been elaborate stunts, movie references, and someone even brought a goat to the parking lot this morning. A teacher slipped on rose petals outside the staff room, and the school choir was pulled into a surprise serenade that blocked the main hallway before third period. A confetti cannon went off in the science wing, which shut down half the sophomore lockers for an hour. Principal Torres opened a folder and said, "Several students have come forward. They're worried about paying for promposal plans based on famous romantic comedies." She looked at us, waiting for a response. "Do either of you know anything about this?" Only one name came to mind. Chris. Chris is my boyfriend, and he's a master at finding ways to avoid studying. For the last 2 weeks, he spent every afternoon in my living room. He claimed he was taking a break from AP Bio, but I saw him binge watching every romantic comedy he could find. I should have known he was up to something. Principal Torres looked from me to Jordan and waited. Jordan shrugged and tried to look confused. I kept my face blank. She sighed, then buzzed the front desk and said, "Send Chris in, please." Chris walked in, completely relaxed. His backpack looked stuffed, and the bright yellow cover of his rom-com promposal playbook peeked out from the top. Principal Torres gestured to a chair and said, "Chris, care to explain?" Chris pulled the notebook from his backpack and placed it on her desk. He flipped through the pages, saying, "I noticed everyone wants a big promposal, but nobody knows how to do it right, so I made this." He turned each page slowly. Every section was like a step-by-step guide. He had famous movie scenes adapted for promposals, complete with instructions, cheesy lines, and gift ideas. There was the boombox serenade from Say Anything, the locker love letter from To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and even a flash mob proposal inspired by Friends with Benefits. Each plan included what to say, what to buy, and how to pull it off. Yes, even the goat was listed as a possible prop for a proposal inspired by Ella Enchanted. Jordan started to laugh and said, "You charged for this?" Chris beamed, saying, $15 for a basic package, $50 for the premium, fully planned with props. I made almost $300. I even have a rating system for difficulty, cringe factor, and potential for tears. Principal Torres blinked and said, "You actually brought a goat for a promposal?" Chris grinned, his voice proud, and said, "The couple loved it. It was for Ross and Becca. I wrote the sign, 'You've got to go to prom with me.' It was a hit." Principal Torres shook her head, but she couldn't hide her amusement. She said, "It's certainly creative, but it's causing chaos. You probably saw the whole sophomore hallway shut down this morning. 2 students almost fought in the parking lot when they both tried the boombox serenade at the same time. The janitors are still cleaning up glitter from the science wing. Also, you can't run an unapproved business on campus." Chris nodded, saying, "I just wanted to help people. Not everyone knows how to be romantic. Besides, these lines are legendary. Who wouldn't want to say, 'I'm just a boy standing in front of a girl asking her to prom'?" Jordan snorted and said, "Did you really watch all those movies for this?" Chris shrugged, saying, "It's research. I take my clients seriously." Principal Torres took a deep breath and said, "Chris, you'll return the money and help clean up after prom. No more business ventures at school. Is that clear?" Chris nodded, his voice soft, and agreed. We left the office. Jordan whispered, "You should have charged more for the goat plan." Chris just grinned and winked at me. That afternoon, our friend group couldn't stop laughing. The playbook became legendary. "Playbook moment" became our new catchphrase for anything over the top. By the end of the week, everyone wanted to see Chris's annotated notebook. Some just wanted to laugh at the movie quotes. Others wanted to see what their favorite romantic comedy would look like with a prom twist. Prom night turned out to be the best our school ever had. Half the couples used Chris's ideas, though nobody tried to bring another goat. More than a few people cried happy tears. Even Principal Torres smiled when she watched the dance floor. Looking back, it wasn't just the best promposal season, it was the most fun we'd had in years. The playbook is officially banned, but Jordan keeps it in his locker for emergencies.